You're listening to the Akinfemi on a Daily Show, where we believe in today's fast-paced world, investing in your overall well-being is the most important decision you can make. Join us alongside a variety of guests as we discuss topics empowering you to become the best version of yourself. Enjoy.
Next, let's do financial well-being. And this is one of my favorites. I'm just going to let you know. Financial well-being. Let me just give you an idea of what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's a state of being where you or any other individual can meet their current and ongoing financial obligations.
Yeah.
Right? Allow me, this is definitely a key theme in the show. We're spreading this narrative of financial wellness. You know, let's talk about it. You know, financial wellness, even a key part of it is being able to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, we just live in a world where so far it's been like we're not talking about this. You know, as a matter of fact, I saw this quote on Money Africa a couple weeks back where it's like the biggest cause of a problem in marriages is financial, problems.
Oh yeah, I've come across that before.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. It's something that is already one step in building on financial well-being. I would also use this opportunity to differentiate between financial well-being and financial freedom. Yeah. I think both goals can exist, right? You know, but you achieve one before the other. Financial freedom is like the ultimate goal, right? So what do you think? Hanson's financial well-being?
Financial well-being. I mean, I would say with that, I would say I feel like I've invested a lot in my financial education. I'm an entrepreneur, being on these streets for 3 years now. Still in the streets.
You're still in the streets?
Yes, yeah. We don't give up that easily. Those good things don't come. Well, let me not say that, but I would say that it's earned, it's not given,
right? So
you need to work towards it.
Okay, before you tell us some stories, because I know you have some stories and lessons learned on this journey you're on. I'll let you hit like a certain score on where your financial well-being is, and I'll let you come back.
Okay. For that, I would say a 7.
Yeah, because you put in that work, right?
Yeah, there's some things I'm just waiting for to just click.
Gotcha.
To complete that 3, so that it can now be 10 over 10.
I feel you. But what happens when you hit 10 over 10 though?
Retirement, man.
I love it.
Retirement.
And I take it that you already know your financial freedom goal.
I do. It's $5 million. I always put it out there. I tell everyone that I know, so that if you're working with me in that to get that number, right, we are going to be friends. If you're working against me, we are going to be enemies.
What one thing do you like, or should I say lesson, principle, do you believe like everyone should like adopt for like financial well-being? Something that works for you, obviously.
I would say knowing how to sell.
It's a skill.
I would say, knowing how to sell. Knowing sales shapes your mind about different things. It's incredible the amount of things that are sales and you don't even realize it. The moment, I would encourage everyone to know how to sell, whether you're trying to become an entrepreneur or not, actually. And I feel like it has, in fact, when I started learning sales, it was a complete coincidence. My boss or ex-boss now literally forced me into it. I hated it.
Right.
But it has basically shaped, the rest of my career.
What would you define as selling?
I would say selling is really helping people.
Gotcha.
I would say it's helping people. It's coming up with solutions to problems. If you're someone who only wears black shirts and I'm trying to sell you a green shirt, no matter how beautiful that shirt is, it's not going to solve your problem. You want a black shirt. That's what you like. That's who Femi on a daily is. So, regardless of what I tell you, the benefits, this cotton is from Turkey, it was sewn in India, you're just going to be like, sorry, not my cup of tea. But if I start by asking you, Femi, I really like your style. where do you get your shirts from? Say, I get them every time I travel. Is there a specific type of? Yeah, I love black t-shirts. That's just my thing. I'm like, oh wow, I have the perfect t-shirt for you.
Yeah.
And then I give you black shirts.
And
you pay for it, the deal is closed.
And then you tell me that it's also made from recyclable bottles, plastic bottles. It's good for the environment. Exactly. And I can get 100 washes out of it.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I need.
Sales is really problem solving. And for you to sell something to someone, you basically have to find out what their problem is. And then when you understand what the problem is, then you can offer a solution.
Right.
And if the person doesn't have the problem that you have a solution for, then they're not your customer. You just keep it moving.
Okay. So sales, knowing how to sell.
Yeah.
As a key part of.
Yeah. So maybe I should also just talk about. While I was working in sales, I did not even know that I was working in sales. Until I read a book that actually made me realize that I'm actually working in a sales room. Do tell. Book recommendation, please. The first book is how to...
Oh, 2 books. Okay.
Yeah, 2 books. So one is called Selling 101 by Zig Ziglar.
Ah, nice. I think that's on my library.
And then the second one is The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy.
You definitely recommended the second one to me.
Yeah.
Brian is the OG.
I
haven't completed a book by Zig Ziglar, but I know he's also an OG.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think I've read 2 Zig Ziglar.
We will definitely leave those recommendations for people in show notes, on social media as well.
Sure.
Because now you said it's like a key thing to have money now. Like,
definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So they need to just start.
If you're trying to raise equity in your company, you're trying to sell a portion of your company.
Yeah.
So you need to know how to sell.
100%.
If you're trying to get a business partner, you need to sell them on the opportunity in that business.
If you're trying to get married.
Oh yes, you need to sell yourself. Politicians are basically people who sell themselves. That's why they come and they tell you.
Did they sell themselves to the devil first?
They probably do. That's why they come and say, I will do so and so. I will do so and so. And look at Trump. I mean, how Trump went from no office to the president of the United States. Trump, he basically sold himself to the United States people. So
he did a good job at it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so leaving Trump and rounding up financial well-being. Have you given yourself a score? I don't think you.
We said 7.
You said a 7. Okay, my bad. So 7
that
over 10.
That might be an optimistic number. Maybe 6. Maybe 6 might be actually.
No. Stick. Come on.
Okay.
Believe in yourself.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so financial well-being, 7 over 10. Before you leave that financial well-being, what do you think is the one thing that really gets in the way of that financial well-being based on where you live, basically? Just what gets in the way? What's like your number one obstacle to hitting that 10 over 10?
To hitting that 10 over 10.
The biggest obstacle.
I would say the biggest. The biggest obstacle is Nigeria.
Explain, what do you mean?
The macroeconomics just make it really, really difficult.
Gotcha.
It's not impossible,
right?
But it just becomes harder than it needs to be. A good example. Last week, Twitter was banned in Nigeria. The online learning platform that we launched in January.
Yeah.
Twitter has been the number one source of instructors and students on that learning platform.
Yeah.
And the federal government literally just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and decided to ban the entire platform in the whole country. What that means for Revise right now, I don't know. But, that's actually what comes with entrepreneurship. There will always be things like this that come up and you just have to, keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
So
there was something you said while we're on the topic of while we're transitioning from financial well-being to career well-being.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you brought up Revise. Revise is your baby, and if I do say so, Revise is probably responsible for why you're scoring a 7 over 10 in your financial well-being. Because you get to listen to some of the best instructors in the game.
Of course.
Really share gems on financial well-being, and obviously other things that could really help people live the life of their dreams.
Yeah.
But there was something you said earlier. I believe you were on social media, or just say that, and then you listened to an actor, quite a popular actor, whose name I wouldn't drop,
give
his take on why the Twitter ban should stand.
Yeah.
So I would like you to talk about what he said, and then you share a better perspective on it, because I believe you said he didn't really understand it, right?
Yeah. So basically, he was arguing that Twitter as a platform disrespected the Nigerian president by deleting his tweets, and that automatically Twitter disrespected Nigerians. So the situation is what it is. I don't agree with that, because we all have to remember that Twitter is a platform that we don't pay to use. It's free.
Right.
You can decide to deactivate your Twitter accounts today, and Twitter wouldn't even call you to say, what is the problem. So everyone's using, this. Twitter has over 300 million users, and it's also their responsibility to create a safe space for all these users. The president's tweet clearly, was against Twitter's, policy, and they took the tweet off.
Okay.
It's just as simple as that. Mm-hmm. If you're going to use this platform, then, follow our rules. Mm-hmm. It's like if you leave your parents' house, they have the ultimate say, whether you like it or not. It's their house.
I like to say, when you're in Rome, act like the Romans, man.
So,
shout out to all the IJJBs, man. If you live by that one rule, I promise that's the ultimate well-being. Until you move out or you stay in an Airbnb.
Yeah. They even remind you that you're under my roof.
100%. So, in subtle ways, some are more subtle than others. Some will just tell you to their face.
Exactly.
To your face, I mean.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but that is just that situation, and that's exactly what we're saying here with Twitter as well.
While I have you on the topic of tech, I want to hear what your thoughts are about, because I know you're like one of the techiest guys I know. Everything tech. I always learn something new in tech every conversation I have with you.
Yeah.
There's this ongoing conversation about data privacy and tech.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the movies such as Social Dilemma, or the documentary, I believe it's on Netflix, Social Dilemma.
I've seen one about the Facebook scandal.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's called Social Dilemma or if that was something else.
No, how bad do you think this problem is when it comes to data privacy and tech?
I think, from my personal opinion, I think people don't really care that much about their data, unless you're a criminal and you actually have things to hide. But you're telling me that Facebook or the government is listening to a conversation I'm having with my girlfriend.
Right.
I mean, come on. When it's not like we're trying to hide anything. So the truth is that I don't think people really care, but the media have taken it upon themselves to make people care. So you have to, I don't know if this is something that you already know, but there's sort of like an unsaid war going on between big media and big tech.
Okay.
Media never has anything good to say about tech in general, unfortunately. So I think the media has sort of gotten the general public to really care about their data, and how their data is being used.
It doesn't seem like it seems like you're with the general public. You're on the side of general public, that you don't really care about how your data is used.
No, I think now that people care, it's actually good that people care. Okay. And there's a reason why. I think now that people understand, how sensitive data is. There's a saying that if you use a product for free without paying for it, then you are the product. So if you think about it, you don't use Facebook. You don't pay to use Facebook.
Gotta add that one to the quotes for the social media. Taking notes.
If you don't pay to use Facebook, so you are the product that Facebook is selling. You are the product that Twitter is selling.
Wisdom.
Yeah, so it's because, and the reason is because there are people who can actually take advantage of that data, for so many reasons, especially when it comes to politics. I'll give you an example. Facebook, it's been said that Facebook has 5,000 data points for each user. Do you know what that means?
They know more than you that you can ever know about your own self in your whole freaking
Facebook
life.
knows 5,000 things about you.
How many things do you know about yourself?
Exactly. Right now, you can't think off the top of your head about 5,000 things that you know. You get tired. You get to 100, you probably get tired.
That's just crazy.
So people can use that data to shape your mind, about something. Say, for example, you like APC, but PDP is running a campaign where they have gotten these data guys, to try and get you to support them.
Gotcha.
And maybe you like sports. So they might show you content where some APC official has gotten into maybe, those match fixes or something like that. Maybe his team. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And then they just keep showing you this content,
Get on their side.
Exactly. And they get that content based on things that you like, you engage, you follow, you watch.
Bro, let me just say this.
Yeah.
Right? Shopping online.
Yeah.
I saw the craziest thing. So, I love sneakers.
Yeah, of course.
I like shopping. Right? And so, not necessarily always buying, but just looking. So for me, I think
you like the experience.
I like the experience, and sneakers themselves, it's like art to me.
Yeah.
Sneakers, streetwear.
I actually don't like shopping. It feels like work, but go on.
So there was this day. This is literally last week.
Yeah.
The advert of an online shopping website I frequent came up on my feed on Instagram, and they literally, I also like jewelry, right? They literally, the ad in the 5 slides of the ad, what they call that thing, this carousel
posts, yeah.
Everything that came up in that ad were the things that I searched for.
Yeah. Is it from the same website that you visited?
From the same website.
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy to do that. It's called referral marketing.
Bro, they lined it up for me. Now, I see something like that as threatening my financial well-being, right? Say I'm on a budget and I'm like, okay, I'm not spending, and that pops up. And I'm like, oh! And they just happen to tweak that.
Yeah.
To say, oh, there's even a discount.
Yeah.
I sort of felt violated. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. So people now care about these things.
Yeah.
So very simply, that's called referral marketing.
Gotcha.
I think marketers realize that, for example, you could add something to your cart, but you just never check out. You forget about it so they do that. They use that to remind you.
They used an advert on Instagram. That is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
This is literally
so it's everything. So email.
These are things that I have checked months ago. They now came to line up for me.
They have the data.
That is mad.
They have the data.
That is mad.
Yeah.
While you're on the point of referral marketing, I think it's a good time to refer our listeners to Revise, and then you can learn about digital marketing and social media from our very own guest here, Hanson. Among the other fantastic courses that you can take, we already mentioned that you could take courses on learning about personal finance, investing and trading. And Hanson here, he teaches Airbnb, he teaches digital marketing and social media. So I think it was a good time to kind of throw that in as well. And guess what's coming next? So you've done your rating of your financial well-being, which has been your highest so far.
Yeah.
Very well done. I'm not surprised as an Igbo man. I've got a question for you, my dear listener. And the question is, what are your gifts of COVID? What blessings came into your life as a result of COVID? We want to hear from you. So use the hashtag TAOS gifts of COVID. That is hashtag TAOS gifts of COVID to send us a message in our comments. We look forward to hearing from you. And thank you so much. It really means the world to us that you tapped in with us today. Thank you for liking, for sharing, and for subscribing. You are truly an everyday hero that's helping us to push the message of well-being out there. And until next time, peace and life's richest blessings.
Thanks for listening to the Akinfemi Onadele Show. Check out www.akinfemionadele.com for more info, articles, and ideas about how to boost your well-being.